All right, guys, so today's notes are over properties of division and negative exponents. So those kind of go really well together. We're going to start by talking about specifically negative exponents. Okay, so that's going to be where we start, and that will kind of work us into division. So when dealing with negative exponents, you're basically going to rewrite the exponent as 1 over the opposite of the exponent. So it's kind of wordy. Let me show you what exactly I mean. So let's say you have something like x to the negative ninth. You want to rewrite this by taking 1 over this x to the negative ninth, but instead of it being negative, it becomes a positive 9. Okay, so that's actually what we call the inverse, but that's how you deal with your negative exponent. You put 1 over x to the ninth. So let's say you have something like x to the negative 2. Well, that would become 1 over x squared. Okay, so that's what we mean when we're saying negative exponents and you want to write 1 over it. You could also have something like the following. Let's say you have something like, let me erase this one. Okay, so you could also have something like 1 over x to the negative 3. So you want to get rid of that negative exponent. So since this is 1 over, you still flip it, but now you just say x to the third over 1, or just x to the third. Okay, so that's how negative exponents work. We're going to do a few examples to kind of get used to negative exponents so you can see how these really work. So I just showed you a couple there. I'm going to show you a few more. So let me erase this here. All right. So let's look at some more examples looking at negative exponents. Here's the first one that we're going to look at. Let's say we have something like 9 times x to the negative 4 over 3. Well, here's what you want to do. You want to separate this into two parts. So one part you're going to look at is the 9 over 3. Okay. When you look at 9 over 3, you should automatically think, okay, that's like saying 9 divided by 3. Well, 9 divided by 3 is just 3. And then the other thing that you need to look at is this negative exponent. Well, x to the negative 4 means you want to take 1 over, so we're basically taking 1 over x to the 4th. So you're multiplying those two together. So what you actually end up is with 3 times 1, which is 3, over x to the 4th. So that's how you would deal with that negative exponent. Okay, let's do another one, because the more practice, the better. So let's say you have something like this. 12 over 4y to the negative 5th. So again, you want to think of this as two parts. So the first part is this 12 over 4, which we know to be 3. And then the second part is this negative exponent in the denominator. So you want to flip it. So basically you now have y over 1, and it's to the 5th power because you take the opposite of the power. And you're pretty much multiplying those two together. So what you end up with is 3y to the 5th. Okay, so that's kind of a quick crash course on how you deal with negative exponents. So at this point, we're going to move on now to division of powers. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we do there. Let me just clear all this. Actually, here. We'll do it. Oh, crap. Hold on a second. Let me pause this.